Welcome to CathyDSlaught's SRC4u group Zoom call for March 7th, 2021. To access this call, you'll come down on her website, look for this banner, remember this passcode, and click here. This will take us over to the Zoom where we will allow. And the password that you saw, we're going to type that in, and we're going to join the call. Cathy has not yet opened the meeting room, and as soon as she does, we will begin. It will be momentarily. Cathy has opened up the meeting room, and we will join without video. We will continue with audio.
I want to start backwards today because one thing we don't do as much on the Zoom that we end up doing every day is the sustenance balancer. And when you go backwards, actually that's not a bad idea. You can get some real good ideas for the day. So let's go in here first. Let's see if we want to include anything in our energy based on the fact that we're all connected. Is there any part of the other reality that comes to mind, including? Pets again. Jewelry, and that comes up often. City. Of course, we don't have names for these because it's a group, but the software knows. And if you have an intention, you can always charge your jewelry with it in case you hadn't considered that. Looks like jewelry is misspelled. See if I can get that in there. There we go.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ron. How you doing?
All right. Better and better.
That's right. Let's start with the sustenance balancer. See where we want to go. Okay, so all things that will be consumed today, but you can add more than one. You can go in here and add all of them if you're in the mood. But we'll honor the scan at this point. You don't need, it's your choice. You don't have to always depend on a scan, but let's do all things that will be consumed today. And you'll see when you evaluate, you're going to get a real good idea of yin and yang. So up here is yang, working a little too hard. We've got vertebrae, dermatome. Down here, a little weak, again, vertebrae, kidney. So what you can do in here, let's just go. No need to look in the list. It's almost faster when you're just doing one at a time to do this. We see kidney. Oh, and by the way, the long list of Bible verses is typed out, and I believe I sent it to Joanne. I'll double check, but we wanted to work yesterday on sore throat, of all things. Let's put kidney also, and I'll show you the scan in a minute. When we finished up, we wanted one of the preloaded cocktails, and it was for pain. So let's see right now if any kidney work is a priority today. It is. So let's first house this in.
Did you say kidney?
Yeah, and that makes sense. That's our battery. And you see, we've got stress here. We've got a 98, which means that's a somewhat, remember, at this moment in time, because this is all so subtle, but it's been around a while.
Yeah.
And I do need to talk to Ray about seeing if, those who don't have the Pro Tools, if we can get a link out there. Let you work with it a bit. It wouldn't be any problem. But let's see right now, will the shin. Now, I've been seeing kidneys show up a lot. And so,
yeah, I noticed that
it's just, yeah, it's not a diagnosis. It's just information. And it gives you a little chance to do a boost, or maybe you can look into I'm not real big on some of these cleanses that are out there and the detoxes. Personally, I'd rather see other ways to go about it, but you do some research. If that may not do it, so let's go into the Pro Tools. Put stress related to kidneys. Come back to it. We could also ask if we want one of the cocktails that's already in. But this would be the time where you could go in and do a little Googling and learn a few things. And we don't need a cocktail. We're doing just fine. So let's see what else. Pericardium and triple heater meridians. And ears, of all things. That's interesting. Where'd she go? Oops. What I want to do. Oh well, just house it in. And again, it looks like a chronic stress. I meant to ask priority for Chi first. Yeah, so there's something we want to look into. Know how many ears cocktails we have.
Oh, what is FTHG stand for?
For the highest good.
Pardon me?
For the highest good.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So let's just go for now. I don't know if I have all these ear cocktails in the manual. Let's see. That's still a work in progress. If not, I'll add it today. Yeah, you don't want to ever do anything. The universe is going to take you literally, and we don't always see the big picture. So for me personally, if I just add for the highest good, it seems to make sense.
Yeah, I appreciate
I'll
that.
be adding later today the ear cocktails.
The what?
Ear. Because we've got quite a few of them. And for now, let's just go ahead and do some, let me see what we want to do. I'm just going to do ear conditions for now, and then we'll have that added for later.
Yeah, I need that too.
Yeah, and so I'll get that, and I'll get it out there to to Joanna, so we have it. Let's just go ahead and balance.
Did you pass out the one for the eyes?
Not. I don't know. Is Joanna on today? Are you there? I don't know if that's up yet, but yes, I did send it.
And
you did send it out.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And my apologies, I'll get it up today.
Okay. I just didn't know if you were there. I know you're still caught up in that move. Believe me, I know what that's like.
I got a trailer yesterday, so we're all good.
Okay, thanks. So now this is quite a long list, and believe me, it's going to keep getting longer because my basic philosophy is what can it hurt when I hear of something good, like this, what is called intervectin, whatever it is that's supposed to be so phenomenal for corona, etc. I'm going to add these things as they come. And some of them are on the other computer, so I need to get these two brought up to date. A lot of this I'm doing on the other computer throughout the day because I can do my right clicks. Always do that.
Do we have all this or no?
Beg your pardon?
We don't have this on our
This you should. You may not have this exact list. I'm happy to send it, but what I recommend is you make your own list. And I put my supplements on here, and then I do the sustenance balancer for myself. And if something I have comes up, I take it. But the more I'm looking and learning, you probably all know this already, a lot of these substances, they're just a bunch of processed dead stuff. So I'm not taking the number of supplements I used to take, and we really want real food, whatever form it has to come in. Of course, then our soil is not in the best of shape, which we also know. So you can still manage it, but you may have to have other solutions. For example, I believe that the frequency, since everything we take turns to frequency anyway, that it's powerful to do this kind on a regular basis. I recommend, if not once, not twice, which to me would be ideal, at least once a day. And it's the type of thing, for me, I procrastinate, so I'm better to do it first thing.
And remember, Dr. Emoto did the water project. Excuse me,
Yeah,
Dr. Emoto did the water project when we pray over our food and water.
Yeah, the water, the consciousness of the water, it's powerful to add your codes to your water. And the other thing, that all bodies of water, I think I mentioned this before, I also added to it all bodies of water and all sacred monuments and ancient sites, because it turns out they have their own, which we should have known, their own frequency. So this is something, cardiovascular. This is an aged garlic product, and we can go in here, and these are loaded, and you can put the images, but you could also go back for yourself. We can't do it for the group, but for yourself, just go back in. And it's still subtle, but it has saved me a ton of money to do this.
We know Raymond Glaze.
And so, see, that's pretty good. That looks, to me anyway, it looks like a pretty good product. That's for the group, but check yourself individually. What were you saying, Ron?
I was going to tell you that, Raymond Glaze, the dowsing instructor,
Mm-hmm.
his big thing is water.
Oh, absolutely. No,
He works on people's water all over the world.
Right. So you can see as we go down, we can add these images. This one is another one you might want to check out. It's a detoxer, and you just spray it in your mouth, I think 4 times a day. Now we're going to scan this and put it all in there. But this is one that doesn't hurt to have in there. Destroy harmful virus. Now let's just go ahead, if you all will help me keep up with this. Let's put this in 9 times. I'm going to put it in 8 because we're going to still scan the whole list.
So you say we do have this list?
You should have it, but you need it for the sustenance balancer. And in your P4, right here, you also have a sustenance panel. So you still see here, right here, you still got that. But if you take it a step further with this Pro Tool, it's interesting. So let's see what else we've got again. Now this cranial nerve 13 is in reference to the pineal.
Cranial?
Pardon?
Is that the cranial?
Cranial nerve 13, yeah, that's in reference to the pineal gland. And they do say we're in the middle of an awakening. I believe it. Now, here we go. This is a product that's been pure gold for me. Again, we'll scan it in for the group, but you might want to check yourself on this. This is another one that I get a kick out of. This is an I Ching hexagram. And the way these all get added is if something is low, then I check the Pro Tools, and if it calls for sustenance balancer, I add it. And this is, you can check this out yourself online, but the I Ching, nobody knows exactly how the Chinese came up with it, but this hexagram is a hexagram for wonderful good fortune. So I added it. Let's see what else we've got. So, again, lots of products. See, we are wanting some extra energy for our water. Accelerate healing.
Yeah, accelerate healing, yeah.
This isn't a bad one. Nourish brain cells. By the way, I don't know if it rings a bell or not, but satellite has come up for us quite a few times and come up for people in general. And I just learned yesterday there's a bunch of new satellites up. I don't know anything more about it. So someone called me and was telling me about it. I don't know that we're going to reflect that stress today, but it's been coming up a lot. So we may have, to me anyway, if you continue to balance it out, our body remembers how to handle it. We're equipped for that. Okay, so let's just go ahead now.
Yeah, I heard that there's a lot of satellites out there.
Well, I know there are, but it looks like a whole bunch more have been added. I'll have to call the person again and ask her to tell me where she got this information.
Maybe it's the Sky. I think they're called Skylink satellites or something. They're supposed to be, the good things that are up in the air that are supposed to come.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that would make sense.
Yeah.
So we're going to take 3 minutes on that, and we've done it first. We have some ideas. Let's see, in reference to kidneys. We did want the sustenance valor issue solver. So I'm going to continue. A lot of times with this, I'll continue to add. We'll try to fill it up today from our work. You don't have to do all of these. You can pick one or two. Let's go into the supercharger. And again, let me get in here. I can't right click yet to send in the image, but we can at least send the code. In fact, let's see if we already might have something in here for kidneys. But more than anything, we have the awareness. We don't have anything yet. And let's see how long we want to go. And again, most of us, our nature is just to do the 24 hours, just like the charger, the 5 minutes, but sometimes that's too much.
Yeah, but doesn't the buffers take care of that?
What does the what?
The buffers on the engine and the SRC.
Yeah, you can't really hurt yourself, but at the same time, why not? I don't want to tax the body any more than I have to.
Oh yeah.
I can just put it in, closer. But yeah, you're not going to hurt yourself with this software because it's got an intelligence. It's not artificial intelligence, but it's measuring your energy.
Okay, good.
I also think that when we put a little bit more energy into it, it counts up there somewhere. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Okay, this hour and a half. As you know, if a person is beating themselves up with their lifestyle, it's going to take a while for this kind of thing to have any effect at all. So this gives you an awareness as well.
Oh, that was fast.
What's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was on.
Oh, okay. Let's see real quickly if we need a clearing. So this is the manual that I've been working on. I keep tweaking, and it's going to have to be all separate pages so we can easily go and just scan without leafing through everything. But for now, this is where we are with it. Conflict at $7.99. There's options. Resistance factor is the lowest so far. And I'm just going to do it the old way till I get my new keyboard. I'm anxious for that keyboard.
Wow.
Oops, I forgot to take out the added. Let's just leave it as it is. Well, curse, all right, we could do without that. Let's see, let's pull it up on the, it's funny, that was the theme when we were doing the hemorrhoid thing, too. So, that made sense, but let's see about this. not so much. We did just do a lot of work on that, but you can go down the list, which I will do. But we also don't want to forget, I've been checking this every day, and this is back into VSA. And I left the S out, but I can squeeze it back in there. And you'll find people will come up for this not because they're getting corona, but because it's on their mind. You'll see that's no priority for us at all, so we don't need that today. But there are times we do need it.
Yeah, I'm glad you got that new one in there for the corona.
Yeah, that's a good one. And let's go ahead and just add this whole list, and then I'll go down it as the day unfolds and see what the priority is out of that. But right now, the software knows. It's just that if we have the awareness on top of that, it's pretty powerful. Even more powerful, I should say. So, let's just go here and see where we are so far. Like I said, this focusing on the very lowest so far has really been given some added results. So it's almost like that, once it lifts, everything else has the energy to lift. So let's focus. Okay, so our focus today is lungs. And that makes sense on an emotional and a physical level. And let's just put tied in with dental. Interesting words to ponder. Let's just look at that dejection. Balance that down. It wouldn't hurt to put it in the Gong. If I lose you, I'll see you tomorrow. Let's just put in resistance, and then also all resistance patterns, since we got kind of a marker on that. Well, wherever it went, we'll leave that for now. Okay, so we're sure taking some light for the lungs. Could be physical or it could be emotional, as in depression or grief. And then we have the prayer warrior, which I'll do later because it does have other information on it. But it looks like so far we're finished for today. I'm going to check a couple of other things, and it'll just go off, and then that'll be it. Let's just look at a couple right here. For example, this dental. Okay, so that's something we'll look a little closer at that tomorrow. We'll test it again. We'll see what today did in terms of balancing it. Okay, for today, that probably is it. So,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Thank you, Cathy.
Thank you, Cathy. Great job.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Have a great day.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. You too.
This concludes Cathy's SRC Zoom call for today. Thank you for attending. We look forward to seeing you again. Until then, take care and be well.